Hello, hello, good day once again, Tabletop Generals. This is Ryan for King's Army Wargaming, and today is about army builds and presentations, specifically for one page rules, Age of Fantasy. As some of you know, if you've followed, and thank you, I'm a longtime gamer, but I come from the Mage Knight universe. As you can see, the handbook right there, but I've always wanted to play Warhammer and also another of the Games Workshop line, The Lord of the Rings. And as I've mentioned here before, I'm not really skillful in making armies from scratch, from spruce, and then of course having to worry about painting and everything. And so I've managed to have a collection of Mage Knights, but because of one page rules now, all of these wargaming rule sets can now come under one banner. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead to the army builds. This will be for Age of Fantasy, and I am building and showing you these armies. And these armies are pre-painted once again. Most of these are from my Mage Knight collection, and some also from Warhammer, which I've been able to collect as well way back in the day when I was trying to get into it, but of course got intimidated because of, look how thick that rule book is, all right? And this is, I forgot which edition this is, but anyway, one page rules has solved all of that. And so, but nevertheless, I'm still able to enjoy playing Mage Knight as well for my Mage Knight fans right there. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I still have a couple of scenarios as well that I'm going to show with regards to um, battle reports, right? And then the Lord of the Rings will have to wait. So that also I've been able to finally been able to play, not with this rule set, but again through one page rules, right? So anyway, these are starter armies for one page rules Age of Fantasy, and I'm using the 750 point set for beginners. So what I have for you here are four armies, and you can see they're all 750 points. I made them through the Army Forge calculator through the one page rules website, and you can easily access that under one page rules Age of Fantasy. So I have four armies to feature for you today. I have the Dark Elves at 750 points, and then I have the Orcs as well at 750 points. And then I made an army for the Chivalrous Kingdoms, pretty much like the Knights of the Round Table, right? And lastly, I have a 750 point army of dwarves as well. All right, we're gonna go back here and I'm gonna show you how I made these with my Mage Knights. And if you've been thinking about getting into tabletop wargaming, I believe this is the best way as well. And I've explained it on a previous video. If you're not skillful in building from scratch, from armies, from box sets, and having to worry about painting, then pre-painted figures from other lines of wargaming are your best bet. And specifically for me, I encourage Mage Knight. Okay, so here's my Dark Elf army. All right, and I'm gonna show you the units that are part of this army through the Army Forge calculator from one page rules. So for 750 points, it only allows you one hero, right? Basically, for Mage Knight, that would be your unique figure. And then you have all of these units. So I have the Dark Noble, and then the Dark Warriors. I have two cavalry units, the Dark Horsemen and the Raptor Knights. And then I have my ranged unit, which are the Shade Scouts, and then the Harpies, a specialized unit as well. So I'm going to show you these real quick. Again, you can see this is a mix of Mage Knight and Warhammer. Okay, so this 10 man actually is 9 man. I'm missing one. I still have to fix it up on its base, but these would be my dark warriors. All right, so these are from Mage Knight. This is Mage Knight 1.0. You can find these on eBay, on Mage Knight Facebook groups. You can still get these easily um, for cheap, and you can start building your one-page rules Age of Fantasy armies. And then the cavalry for my Dark Horsemen, these are also from Mage Knight. If you notice, these are actually from the elves. Okay, Knights Immortal for Mage Knight, but I've kind of repainted them a bit. Again, it's not like any nice kind of painting, but I just uh, painted the shoulders black. All right, and then you have, again, this is what I mentioned in the previous video. Easiest way to put lances or spears on your cavalry units for cheap is colored toothpicks. I got these from Amazon, and just stick them there, and you know that shows you already your cavalry with those spear units. All right, so that's my Dark Horseman. And then I have the Harpies. Again, these are from Mage Knight as well. And that looks pretty good. That really checks out as the Harpies with flying. And then they can swoop and everything. And then my hero is again from Mage Knight as well. That is the Order of Ulrich. I'm going to focus on him so you can see. So not bad, right? Pre-painted. Don't worry about painting, and that's a unique hero already for your Dark Elf army. And then here in the back, I'm gonna focus on these guys too. Are my Raptor Knights. So if you're familiar, these are from the old Warhammer, and these are really the Dark Elves on Cold Ones. These mounts that they have. So those would be my Raptor Knights. And lastly, I have the Shade Scouts. I'll focus on them too. Again, this is from the Mage Knight line, and these would be my dual weapon unit, the Shade Scouts for the Dark Elves. They have bows, and then they also have daggers as well. So that would be my Dark Elf army for 750 points. Next, we move on to the Orcs. I've kind of featured these a bit before, but that was like a 805 point army, but this is a 750 point. So I have the Black Orc Boss. Again, that's my hero. I have 3 units of infantry. Okay, I have the Orcs there at with 10 model unit, the Black Orcs with 5, and then the Brute Orcs with 3. I have a combined unit of Orc Snipers totaling 6. Okay, 3 times 2, 3 models in a unit times 2. And then I'm using Orc Artillery. So let me show that real quick. Again, these are also from Mage Knight 1.0 and 2.0, right? So that is my Black Orc Boss right there. That is from Mage Knight 2.0. And then behind him are it's like the pikemen. Those are my orcs, and which I believe I have upgraded as well to have the ability phalanx, right? So you have that, and then these are the brute orcs, okay, specialized unit, a little bit tougher. And behind them are my black orcs. Okay, again, these are from the Mage Knight line, and I also found these just perfect for Age of Fantasy one-page rules. These are my Orc Snipers. Okay, there's an extra one. Again, these are from my old Mage Knight figures. I've rebased them because the original basis for Mage Knight for these I've used for figures that are from the Lord of the Rings, okay, so that I can use it for Mage Knight. And then, of course, I have the Orc Artillery here. That is again from the Mage Knight line. You can get these easily on eBay, some other old collectors, and you can get them for lots and sets. You know, a set of orcs for Mage Knight, and that you can easily use already as a orc army for one-page rules. Right, so that's the orcs. Now we move on to the Chivalrous Kingdom, and I'm going to show you the army build for that as well. Again, it's 750 points for beginners. So I have a high champion, I have men at arms, longbowmen, and then I have two units of cavalry, the errant knights and the realm knights. And then I have a specialized one that is the trebuchet. And also I have a combined unit of foot knights. Um, that's gonna total 10 as well for the whole unit. Okay. So I have my hero here. All right, that's my high champion. Okay, right there. Okay, not bad. Pretty regal pose. Again, it's pre-painted, so don't have to worry about that. And right behind him are the men at arms. Again, these are from the original 1.0 Mage Knight. Okay, those are actually men at arms. They are men at arms, or actually elf at arms. Okay, from the Knights Immortal. And then right here would be my longbow men or longbow women actually. Okay, so very perfect as well. They got their bows, got their falcons there as well. And then these foot knights are from Mage Knight 2.0. So again, all of these are rebased because I've used the Mage Knight bases for these for Lord of the Rings, and I'll feature that once again to make Lord of the Rings a little bit easier to play without all the rule sets and rule books that you see right there, right? Of course, you can still use the rule books for scenarios and such. So those are my foot knights, and then behind them are the cavalry units. So if you recognize them, they are from the Warhammer line, old Warhammer. So I've just used them. I believe these are Bretonians or maybe Empire, but anyway, now they're part of the Chivalrous Kingdom, as well as these knights as well. I bought these as well pre-painted from eBay from old collectors, and you can still find some of them as well. And that's another route that you can take. But I got these for cheap, like way back when I was trying to get into Warhammer without painting. Buying stuff that were painted already. And then this is a trebuchet that I got from. I actually forgot where I got this from, but this was from a toy line. I think it was my kids actually, but now you can see you can use it for your tabletop war gaming. So it's just about creativity, guys, and using your imagination and just fitting it into the army build list, right? So that is the Chivalrous Kingdom, 750 points as well. And lastly, we gotta get some love for the dwarves. And this is my 750 point dwarf army. I also have a dwarf champion. I do have a berserker lord. Okay, so I forgot how I was able to manage this, but anyway, I believe I might have I might have turned off the competitive rules for this one, but we'll go with this for now. All right, and then I have dwarf warriors. I have the iron warriors, okay, units of 10 models each. I have the hammer elites, which will be my specialized unit of 5. And instead of artillery, I have a giant construct. Okay, so I'm gonna feature this real quick. All right, so that would be my dwarf champion, and he is on. This is a Mage Knight figure as well, which I've modified. This beast actually is from one of the chariots in Mage Knight, and then I just have the dwarven hammer skull on top of it. All right, and so that will be my dwarf champion. And then the other hero I have is the berserker lord. Again, this is from Mage Knight 2.0, and so it has dual weapons as the army builder suggests. Okay, for this. Okay, and right in the middle, these would be the hammer elites. So a unit of 5 models. They just have big axes with them. Again, these are from Mage Knight 1.0 and 2.0. You can still relatively find them. on eBay. And on the left side here, I have my Iron Warriors. These are from Mage Knight 1.0. So you can see, all right, looks pretty good. This dwarves, right? Okay, Iron Warriors. And then the pikemen that I have here would be, again, from Mage Knight 1.0. These would be my regular dwarf warriors. And yes, I equipped them with spears because that's what the sculpt has. And so now they have the phalanx ability in Age of Fantasy. But those are more warriors. And then lastly, the giant construct, which actually is a dwarven figure giant for Mage Knight under the Black Powder Rebels, all right, or the Black Powder Revolutionaries. You can see a dwarf. There's actually three dwarfs on top of it. Okay, one on each shoulder with a cannon. This one fell off. I gotta fix that. And then another one there controlling the Iron Rain Hill Giant. But now he's gonna be part of the dwarf army for uh, for one page rules. All right, so there you go. And then I have them. If you notice, the mat that I have on is just a vinyl mat from Melee Mats. All right, you can easily find it as well. I love these. Um, got really good print and they're very sturdy. They're vinyl. Right, this is the cobblestone one, and it has that really nice effect if you can see. And I have a couple towers here from Mage Knight as well, old Mage Knight, and you can see, you know, perfect. It's pre-painted and everything. It's got movable doors as well. These doors actually do uh, okay, open. Okay, open and close. All right. So yeah, right there. Okay, and I got another tower right there too. So again, just me have a sweeping view of all of these armies. Right, these are the dwarves, 750 points. Okay, chivalrous kingdoms. Right, and then the orcs, and then lastly the dark elves. And I still have a bunch of mage knights that I could really make armies from, but and you can see my gaming table is just on a regular dining table, and just use this vinyl mat, and you can see the 3D effect that it has. Melee mats, if ever you want to check it out. I found it in Amazon as well. Melee mats, Melee mats, vinyl mats. I think 6 feet by 4 feet, and you can easily just lay it on top of a table, and it's perfect for your tabletop wargaming battles. So, yeah, big fan of one page rules. I mean, they have been really a game changer for tabletop war gamers. They have a nice line of figures too, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be checking those out soon. I do have a guy who will be able to paint for me, Phil. I'm also waiting for a couple figures from him. So yeah, I'm gonna check those out. And you can see all these rule books I have. And of course, still a big, huge Mage Knight fan. Shout out to all my Mage Knight brothers there, especially from the Mage Knight Facebook group. Don't worry, I still have a couple of Mage Knight battles as well, skirmishes, and then I'm gonna feature also my converted Lord of the Rings on Mage Knight basis for easy skirmishes and recapturing, reliving all those memorable scenes from the Lord of the Rings. On a side note, this year April is I believe the 20th anniversary for the Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. So yeah, look out for that. I am going to be making a couple of videos about that, relive some battles from Lord of the Rings. But anyway, thank you very much. Again, this is Ryan for King's Army Wargaming, and happy gaming to you all. I hope you like and subscribe these videos. Just a local wargamer, and just nothing professional or anything, but I would love to share. I'm waiting for a couple of terrain sets that I supported on Kickstarter. It's a papercraft terrain, but it's awesome. From Acid House Terrain, I'm gonna do a video about that on the portability and how easy it is, but also how excuse me, also how magnificent the figures truly are. So once again, God bless you guys, and happy wargaming, strength and honor. All right, and till the next video. All right, God bless. Bye bye.